And we're live.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Nothing But
Answers.
the place to come to get all the answers. Whatever you need, we got. Right? So just believe us. You don't have to ask anybody or ask us, me or Double L. So we run a two-man game tonight. This is me and L so far. Let's shout out to Ruth. I think it was 38 years of marriage. 38 years of marriage for Ruth. Let's go.
Brr, 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 brr.
Man, turn up, Ruth. You know what I mean? She hopefully she's using some of the things that we learned last week. Balloon in the room, tied up. Maybe they walk around with a pamper on. Who knows? I don't want to think about it. But all I know is could be getting right tonight, right? Could be getting right over there. So what we're gonna do is, Ellie. Well, let's get into it. It's me and you. How was the week?
My week was alright. It went by pretty fast. So no corms there.
Okay.
Um, no stress. So I had a pretty good week.
You was like
Pretty
Mary J.
pretty
Blige,
good.
huh? No
Yeah.
stress in my life.
That I don't think
I don't know
that's
the song. Yeah,
how the
maybe.
song
Don't
goes.
don't even. Hey, don't answer. Don't ask. Whatever I
I,
said is what it is. You just let it ride. You're supposed to ride with it. Like, yeah, that's it. Like that's the joy. You know what I mean? Mm. Supposed supposed to bob with me. So we will get into at some point we'll get into fetishes. But at this point, excuse me. Hey Lee, real fast. Is it do you know if it's popped up in the room or not?
no, I don't. I'm working on
Okay.
it.
Okay, cool. See, Lee does all the behind the scenes stuff, right? So this machine runs so well oiled because a lot of things go on behind the scenes that you guys don't see. That's why she's usually not on the camera because she's doing 91 things over there. But sooner or later she's gonna end up on the flyer. She almost ended up on the flyer today. Um, I had a little picture of her in skates, and I was gonna throw it up. I was gonna throw it up. Gonna throw it up like gang signs, but I decided not to. I said I'm not gonna do it
Throw it
today.
up.
Gonna throw it up like gang
Um,
signs, but I decided so it sounds like it's not to in the room. I said I'm not gonna do it
throw it
today.
up.
Is that me? Gonna throw it up like gang
Um,
signs, but I decided so it
Yeah,
sounds
I
like
think
it's
it
not
is.
to.
Hold on. What is going on?
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what was going on just now. Um,
What is going on?
I'm not really sure. I don't know where that's coming from. That's interesting. Um, okay. So, did you see it in the room? I see it in the room. Let's go. Everybody needs to come in. Let's hear something. I know it's nice outside. I know you guys gonna be outside on Friday, but before you go outside, stop by, say hi, say hi to everybody. Tell us what's on your
It
mind.
ain't that nice out. I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, I guess it's nicer than it's been. So I guess people could say they want to be outside. So anyway, let's get into let's jump to some current events real quick, Lee. You know what I mean? I think it is in the room, right? You said it's all over there.
Yeah, it is.
Mm. Facebook makes you work to get it over there, but it's over there, so that's good. Um, so first things first, I want to start with father jumps a 7-year-old, father after school to teach her a lesson about bullying. I'm a true believer in handing out life lessons. True believer in I can show you better than I can tell you. Um, so you know, I don't again, I don't see anything wrong. I may be toxic. I may have some issues. I think that even if the dad didn't try to talk to the other dad first, yeah, even if the dad didn't talk to the other dad, I still think you raised that monster, so there has to be a consequence. If you bullying mine, I'm gonna beat you up in front of yours.
I don't know that that's the right message we want to be sending. Um, we're matching violence with violence.
Um, no, actually, again, you're handing out life lessons. You're trying to show the children what happens or what it looks like or what it feels like to see someone you love get beat up. So, I mean, do you do it again? Does the kid bully somebody else knowing that their dad is a punk? You know, I don't know what that was, but do you do it again knowing that your dad is a punk and may get beat up again? Do you want to get on punishment again because you got me beat up again? Now you got to go home and go to your room because your dad need the ice and he mad at you because you got him beat up. I think it solves the problem. I
It
think.
doesn't solve the problem.
Okay, tell me more. Tell me more, Leanne.
The problem is all it's gonna do is want the dad to come back and either bring the cops into it and get
Well,
you locked
yeah,
up
you gonna bring the
for
cops because he
assault.
can't fight. He can't fight, so yeah, you're gonna bring the cops. He's soft, but again, that's fine. The butt whooping still happened. Your child saw it. Get off my dad. Traumatized. Probably won't bully nobody ever again. So, that little assault charge is cool. I could take that. I'll pay a little fine. We good. But guess what? You didn't save that little girl life. She won't bully anybody else. And you actually help the family because they probably gonna be in karate the next day. They probably gonna take karate or some type of self defense as a family because they're not good as a unit. They're not they they're not really strong like they should be if they're getting beat up at school. That's crazy. So you picked the. I think if you picked the right one, this is what happened. So she picked the right one, and he got hands and feet put on him. I think this is how you listen. I think this is how you're supposed to handle it. I think you're supposed to give out life lessons. You know, when life gives you lemonade, you make them put it on their eye to help the swelling. But I was. That's how it goes, right? That's how the saying goes.
That's not how the saying goes.
Oh, oh, I thought that's how the saying went. I really believe that's how the saying went. Um, I mean, he maybe he should have talked to the, and we don't know because don't tell us. Did he talk to the dad first, and the dad was on some goofy stuff like some people could become unruly, and then you got to make lemonade.
Yeah, he's it. I saw the video where he
Mm.
said he talked to the father, wrote letters. They had even had a meeting with all parties involved,
Oh
and
wow!
nothing was resolved.
So he was. I mean, he did a little bit more than I would do. He went through the steps. he he did it. He tried to be. See, that's why I said I cut out all that nonsense in the middle because it ain't gonna work. I'm gonna go right to the beating because you see he did all that. He wrote letters. He took time out of his day to write a nice letter, and that dude balled it up and was like, "Here's your letter." he he had a meeting with them, and the dude's like, he didn't care about the meeting, but now all he cared about was that all he cared about was the butt whooping. You know what I mean?
Did he care about it though?
He
I
did.
mean, initially, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, sure.
I
But
bet, I bet you he sends him out to pick his daughter up now. They'd be like, you want to pick your daughter up?
Oh, no, 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 no.
Mm-mm.
yo,
Mm-mm. Hilarious. that was interesting. That definitely was interesting, and I think most of the comments um, kind of agreed. You know, especially because um, he did try to do all the things. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's big of him. I think we need to prepare for these type of things as parents because if you just react, like if you're not ready for it, you just react, and then that's when, like Leanne, you're talking about, you're going to go to jail because you're going to do something and go to jail. But if you kind of get prepared for it, like, say, all right, if this happens, I'm going to go. If somebody punches my daughter in the face, I'm gonna go tell. I'm gonna go write letters. I'm gonna try to schedule meetings. But my daughter's eye is still swollen. Yeah, I'm just gonna beat him up. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna beat him up. Yeah.
that's the way you going.
Well,
You
think about it.
going? No questions
Every time you
asked.
see your every time you see your baby as you're writing that letter, and her eye is still swollen, I don't know. I think you lost. You lost. You know, you lost. So I personally, yeah, I'm gonna go right to the ass beating. Sorry. What can we do, Leanne? Hey, fathers out there, protect your daughters. And if if you can't if you can't protect your daughter, make sure she don't be out there doing no nonsense. You see I got my little one. She's out there boxing, getting busy. She's out there getting busy. Just in case one of your kids think they're bullying, she gonna show you. I gotta tell her, we don't we do everything for real. It's not for show. It's for go. So
It's for go.
go. Short. See how short that is? Go. That's how fast. Before you know it, you got hands and feet put on you. All right, let's jump to the next one. Who would you help first? Who would you
This
help first?
one,
Where's everybody at? Where are you guys at?
I
Please get your
know.
behinds on. This is not okay. Uh, they must have heard it was just me and you, Lee, and they act new.
He
That's what I think
said,
happened.
"We ain't going there."
Mm-mm. They're like, ooh, they tripping. They tripping again. And I told them. But all right, we got y'all. You know what I mean? We got y'all. Um, anyway, so think about who are we helping first? Let's see this, pull this up real quick.
You might want to go first because it's easy for me. It's a no brainer.
Oh wow. Wow, 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 wow. Hold on, let me pull it up. Make this bigger. I can just read it right here. Okay. Okay, so who are you guys helping first? We have Granny. Hey, grandbaby, do you have a few dollars so I can get some food? Your spouse, baby, I lost my wallet at work. Could you cash at me 200? Is it till Friday? I can't really see. Um, hey, baby, I have I have to get surgery
Yeah,
coming up for my heart. Could you lend me $1,000? Insurance won't pay. I need $400 for my school prom. Okay, who we helping?
mom.
Okay, okay. Tell me why.
I don't have a spouse or
Well,
daughter.
we're saying if you did, okay,
If I
you have
did,
all these things.
if I did, I'm still having mom because if you my spouse, we share a bank account. Ain't no reason for you to be asking me
Well,
for
he
two
lost his
hundred
wallet. That's what
dollars.
he's saying. I lost it. I don't have it. I can't. You feel me? Get to it.
Go get the cards. Go to the bank, get the cards. You be all right. What do we even? That's yeah. That's a no brainer.
Well, that's what he's saying. Like, I'm at work. Can you hit me with the 200?
If you don't go
But I
out
hear
on your
you.
lunch
I hear
break,
you. That's your answer. I mean, your answer is your answer.
if you don't go out on your lunch break and take care, I got bigger fish to fry.
Well, hope for dinner because that's where you should be at. But hmm, uh, peace.
I would help. I would probably, if I could, I would help all of them.
Right. That's definitely in your wheelhouse. So let's think about it. Um, hey mom, I don't know no surgery you got to pay up front, so you be all right.
Oh yeah, I know some surgery you gotta pay up front.
So you do? There's some.
Yeah, there's some.
I mean, her heart been good all this time. I mean, she be all right. It's only a heart we're talking about. No, I think so. Reading that, and if what you're saying is kind of true, where you got to put that bread up first. I mean, that's a priority. She's having heart surgery,
Right.
so we got to do that. Then, my daughter's prom. She needs 400, so I got to have her 1,000 for her prom.
Oh
That's what
my
she asked
god.
for. She did ask for that.
That's not
Um,
what she asked for though.
I think that's what I heard. Grandma, you ate yesterday. You're being gluttonous. You don't have to eat every day. That's ridiculous. Get off my phone. Um, and then the spouse, like you said, I'm pretty sure I know you work and got money. Stop tricking your money off. You'll be all right. So I think I'd take care of mom because it was a heart. Now, mom, if it was like a knee or something, you'd be asked out too. So the daughter would be the only one to get money.
Yo.
That's how you got to break it down. Sometimes, you got to break it down the way it is, and that's what it is. Um, that was pretty easy. But I know, see, Leanne, you guys got to understand is a big component of giving.
Yes.
She would definitely help everyone she could, um, even to the point where she would uh, go without. So that is uh, one of the issues Leanne has that we're trying to work on.
Dag, I didn't know it was tell people business time out here.
We're
Put
gonna we're gonna
people
we're
on
gonna work on
front
her.
street.
We're gonna work on her being so nice. Okay, she's just too nice, and it's a terrible thing. We're gonna get that away from her. We don't want her to be nice like that. What was the other one? Oh, I don't think I put it in there, but we can just talk about the one with the food, the man eating and the kids.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
you know, uh, let me see if I can find it real fast. I should have had it ready. It's Leanne's fault because she's supposed to prepare this type of stuff. See, I tell you, she does all the work behind the scene, but sometimes she don't do all the work behind the scene, and this is what we let out. Oh no, wait, this one first. I thought this was interesting. It said I found out last night that one of my exes, one of the good ones, LOL, is engaged. I was genuinely happy for him to find someone who seemed like a good match. So I messaged his fiance to say congrats. And she blocked me. Was it weird for me to say something?
Yeah, cause yeah. She don't know you. Why did you feel the need that you had to do that?
Well, I believe she just wanted to be nice.
No, she wanted to be messy. That's what she wanted to be.
See,
She wanted to
everybody,
be messy.
I think she just wanted to be nice and, and say, you had a good one. I don't know how messy that is, you know?
Yeah. That means I'll still, if given the chance, I'll be there. I'll be his shoulder to lean on.
That's what it said.
That's what
That's
it
what it said.
said.
Yeah, so that is kind of weird because why? First of all, it's kind of like why are you watching? Well, I guess maybe if you're still their friend after you break up. Yeah, but that's kind of weird going to say congratulations because you don't know that person. I get maybe saying it to him, but still might be kind of weird. But you said it to the girl. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Who does that? So in that situation, say you're in that situation, you'd be like, yo, why your ex writing me congratulations on us getting engaged?
It's over.
See, that's what I thought with you. I kind of felt like I felt like that may be a reason to give the ring back. I definitely felt like the ring,
Because
like
what's she doing it for? You
like
got to
Leanne
be
would be
doing something.
right. Leanne would be like,
Oh, yes.
I definitely feel like Leanne would be. Uh, but I wonder, do you address it? I mean, she blocked him. She blocked the girl. Do you now say, listen, you need to block her too, or you need to address it, or do you need to check it? Is there anything that you would talk to your spouse about in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, oh, I want to give two different answers.
Okay, I'm listening.
One, one would be yes, just to see, what the relationship was. Did he still have feelings for her? Is this like a, you know,
Ooh, you
it
wrote you
is
wrote
she an
you, but you're
issue?
asking does he have feelings? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Exactly. And secondly, I want to say, no, this is not even a conversation. Just block her and move on.
Okay,
I wouldn't
okay,
even say anything to him
right.
because this is just her
No,
being
no. I mean, would you
messy.
tell him if say they're still friends on say social media or something? Would you be like, hey, look, you need to block her 'cause she's out of pocket at this point?
Yes.
You know what? I would tend to agree. I would tend
Yeah.
to agree. I wouldn't. I would never tell someone like they need to go back and and delete everybody or block everybody. But I wouldn't do that. But if you poke your head up and make yourself known, then guess what? You put yourself on the chopping block. You feel me? So if
Mhm.
that person now is doing something to create waves or trying to get noticed, I notice you and you're gone. Thank you. You raised your hand. So I would say that I would say, hey, listen, that person not really that important. Um, and if there was some pushback on you blocking this person, then we have some other issues. Especially if we're engaged. So you're trying to hold on to this person for what reason? Well, go give
Right.
them the ring. Go give them a ring. Okay, deuces.
We
Yeah, that
out
would
of
be
here.
absolutely,
We out of
absolutely.
here.
I think it's okay. We have these conversations sometimes. Now, like I said, I wouldn't do it all the time. I'm not petty. I wouldn't like why you got these pictures. I'm not doing that because you had a life before me. But if that life is now, doing something to make itself known in our life, then it's a problem.
For sure. For sure. Now I do
Uncle,
have
right.
uh
The eating post.
yes, because somebody challenged me talking about I'm not doing my job. I ain't got it all together.
Thank you.
When I do,
Well, sometimes you got to put the pressure on. Okay? You got to put the pressure on. So it looked like I said, my daughter is upset with me because I would not let her get seconds because I told her I need to make sure my boyfriend eats and he may want seconds as well. He provides the food, so of course I'm a cook. I'm gonna make sure he is taken care of before anyone else. Point blank. Period.
she actually said period point blank. But okay.
Don't correct me in front of people. Thanks. So
Yeah.
it's just interesting, and I saw a lot of the comments that went on, and I think something you said, Jolene said, she could have just made his plate and let her get her seconds,
Right.
and that's what you said. I think that's very logical. Um, then someone was really logical, said, "Listen, any kid around me won't be hungry. I can buy more food. The f we talking about." I thought that was a great comment, right? I thought it was a great comment. And then someone else
Mhm.
agreed to that. They said correct. Plus, he put in they're not even married. He's the boyfriend. You know, um, and he said he would see that as a red flag, I guess, for the woman to do that, right?
Right.
He said, she has her pride mixed up. I believe it because if you would put somebody in front of your child, say we have a child, something don't work out. That means would you put somebody in front of my child? Red flag. No, 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 no. Kyle, good. Just make sure just make enough or offer a substitute. Right. No, I don't want a substitute, Kyle. I want the food we eating. I don't want that. I don't want an apple. I don't want that. I want that macaroni and cheese. What do we do there? What do we do there? Um, so, massive right. Even though kids eat first, be mindful of who buys the food. I don't agree to that. That makes no sense to me. I'm not sure who buys the food, what that has to do with anything. Because once that man stops feeling valued in that household, nobody but him will be eating for a while. Again, I think, and I'm not sure of the mindset, but me as a man, and this seems like this is rooted in in kind of like a gender roles type thing, like man is supposed to do this, woman's supposed to do that. That's what it kind of seems like. So if we're going to keep with that premise, what man is going to have his kids out here hungry, right? I think you would sacrifice. She
Sorry.
just she's just bugging. She just mom is over here just doing her thing, huh? Literal show, huh? You want to call in and very interesting. And it's very interesting because it popped up on the screen.
Yeah, because I'm screen sharing from Facebook.
Oh, look at you. See, to all technology at our house. You know what I mean? She also is able to crack into the FBI database and things of that nature. He's a cracker. But anyway, so just forget that part. Yeah, I wouldn't think that, and if a man, I think it's almost petty to say, well, I didn't eat, so I'm not now I'm gonna act funny or withhold resources to the home because of something like that. I don't necessarily agree with that. But each home runs the way it runs. Someone other had a great comment. They said, if basically if he is upset with the children that the children are eating, what type of man is he? He obviously didn't buy enough, or ish. I would go hungry for mine. I think that would be more what a man should be doing if we had these. Period. Just even man, woman. I think the children, since they can't be like, oh, I'm gonna go get some food, we have to take care of them. You know what I mean? We have to take care of them.
Oh, 100%.
Or like
100%.
Natasha said, make enough for everyone. I think you should. That's also what I don't understand. I don't know if it's a new relationship. I'm not sure how it works, but I think your family. You know how people eat. You know how much you need. I think um, unless they're on some type of a budget. But even then, we have to make sure the kids are cool, and then us. I mean, I know my mother would have holes in her shoes and things of that nature to make sure we were good. And we didn't really understand it at that point. And I think that's the point. We shouldn't understand the struggles that may be going on in the home sometime because it's not for us to understand, right? Kids shouldn't have that weight to bury that burden. They shouldn't be going to sleep hungry or feeling like you're putting this man in front of us. That's also a problem, right? This boyfriend, because they didn't say the children's father, the boyfriend. And if the mom is um, dependent on this man for for income, for food, for purchasing things, then we got to do something else. We got to figure it out. You know what I mean, Lan? We can't have. I just think we can't have kids upset. I mean, kids hungry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know where that's okay. And anyone who feels that way feels like they should. And a lot of people said, the kids ate already. They should wait. So I think somebody even said something like waiting is a virtue. I agree. I totally understand that. I totally understand people want to neglect kids. It's okay. Who they don't need to eat. It's okay. I mean, they should learn to be hungry in case you know what I mean. Like, what are
Abdul
we doing here?
Abdul said, "You're."
That was good. It's good, Duel. That very smart man there. Usually, if you see him in the room, his comments are usually on point, very logical. But most men are. Just gonna put that in there real fast. Most men are.
Wow, wow. Flag
Um,
on the play.
I just
Flag.
wanted to put it out there. I mean, I've definitely learned a lot from him. I like it because a lot of the men in the room, we are sharpening each other. Very logical men. Thank you. You women should be happy. So anyway, we just want to make sure these we just want to make sure
Laughing
these children are
emojis
full.
from Abdul.
Yeah. So this is the question. I don't know, Leanne. How about you? The thing is, someone was telling me most women have a purse that is $400 or more. Do you have a purse that's $400?
Absolutely not.
Mm. And I kind of said, I don't think. And then the other caveat would be that you purchase yourself. I think sometimes gifts can be given. But this one woman was trying to say that most women buy a purse that is 400 or plus, to have in their collection. And I'm like, I don't know if that's true, especially with the median income being so low. Am I going to waste my money to, have a $500 bag? And I think somebody pointed out on a credit score at 350, that doesn't make sense. Now,
Exactly.
if you got a dupe, hey, do your thing. You feel me? I'm all with
Yeah.
the Louis knockoff, the Coach knockoffs, that's cool. But I think that's just a misappropriation of funds trying to buy a purse and then nothing else on your body matches that. Nothing else. That's crazy. Um, Let
Wait.
me see. Go ahead.
I got something I want you to see.
Okay. See, look, she's always this the producer double L. She also likes to crack in the bank sometimes and add extra decimals in your account. Just hit us in the inbox and she can hit you off with a couple extra dollars.
You know what? Don't do that. And
I'm
even if
saying it.
I could,
I'm saying it low so nobody knows.
yeah, okay. I'll be going to jail messing around with you. Here we go.
One last sip.
When your legs don't work like they used to before.
Oh, he tased them. But that was
When
dangerous
your
because that
legs
bottle
don't
could have
work
went.
like they
You could
used
have
to
swallowed that
before.
bottle.
Exactly.
Wow. So, and it's I keep seeing more and more stuff like this, and I don't know if it's even appropriate to shoot somebody in the back with a taser when they're running away from you because they're no danger to anybody.
Of course.
And that's crazy. And I think that's very dangerous because he had a bottle in his hand. That could have went right through his woof, but his legs didn't work no more.
Esophagus.
Mm,
Tell me what you think about this.
okay.
Cause uh I don't know, you gotta be pretty brave and sure of yourself a little bit. And even if you are, it's gotta be hurtful when you start hearing them pops go off. So let me show you this real quick.
Okay. Okay. Here we go, guys. Pay attention.
I'm a travel nurse, travel RN.
Okay, nice. And what do you look for in a man?
I'm looking for somebody who is, I'm looking for a dominant man.
Okay.
Yes, someone who's masculine and can fit my submissiveness.
Okay. And so we did get some balloons popped here. So let's go over to some of these guys and see what's going on.
I'm a travel nurse, travel RN.
So
So
to let you in, good.
yeah, I must say I kind of seen some of these, so I guess it's like a dating show. And what I gather is you pop the balloon if you don't like the person.
Yes.
So what happens if, like, say if whoever don't pop their balloon, but now they can, what happens then?
They can go back and forth and ask um questions. So the person who um is the single person seeking
Okay.
can ask the person who didn't pop their balloon questions like, where you from, what you doing. Like one I saw, a guy asked the girl, what's her relationship with God like, and
Okay.
she couldn't
Okay.
answer it, so he popped the
Pop.
balloon for her.
Oh, she had the balloon.
She had the balloon.
He walked up and popped it.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about these shows, and like you said, every pop should make you shrink.
Yeah, for real.
Like, ooh, 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 ooh. Especially when I seen some, like, soon as the person walk out, there's like pop, 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 pop.
Like,
You
what are
didn't even
we
say anything
doing?
yet. You didn't say anything, and they didn't let off like it was the 4th of July. Um, yeah, I couldn't do anything like that. I'm not there. My self esteem couldn't take that hit.
At all.
Yeah,
At all.
I know I couldn't. I'd be like, you better get another balloon. His balloon popped by her balloon popped by mistake. So that's very interesting. That's big right now. I see that. We need to set that up. Maybe do something like that. See if we can do a little show where you popping balloons and see what happens. So it's like a dating game, right? So at the end, the person could pick out of the people who have balloons left.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any prize they give them, or is it just a date?
No, it's just deep.
Oh, very interesting. I mean, they're finding interesting ways of people meeting each other. Like I said, that's tough though. Like I said, you live in this clip is going to live forever. So I'm gonna see
Yo, for real.
90% of the people popped the balloon as soon as you went out there. As you're talking, they were popping the balloon. They could care less about you. Um, so is it like a little series? How do you find it? Because I definitely want to look at it more to see if it's something more interesting or not. Um,
Yeah, it's a series on TikTok, and
oh,
just
okay.
look up balloon popping
Balloon popping. I
dates.
want to check it out. Doc, you know about balloon popping?
I know nothing about balloon popping.
It's a
I
show.
think I saw an episode of Bob's Burgers where one of the older adults on there was into balloon popping. That's the only
See,
time
you
I've
heard
ever
about?
seen
Yeah.
it.
No, it's a play the clip again for us, Leanne, please, if you could. I guess it's like
Okay.
a game show, a dating show where you have balloons, and the balloon will signify if you like the person or not.
Oh, okay.
So you
That's
pop the balloon
interesting.
if you're not interested. But
Huh.
we were trying to
That's
see if we would.
interesting.
I was like, I couldn't do it because every pop would be just a hit to my ego. I would just shrink.
You
Every
couldn't
pop
take it.
could not,
You couldn't take it.
could not, in no way. Here we go.
Travel nurse, travel RN.
Okay, nice. And what do you look for in a man?
I'm looking for somebody who is. I'm looking for a dominant man.
Okay.
Yes, someone who's masculine and can fit my submissiveness.
Okay. And so we did get some balloons popped here. So let's go over to some of these guys and see what's going
All of them.
I'm a travel nurse,
Everyone.
Yeah,
travel RN.
on.
exactly.
Okay, nice. And what
So I wonder,
Wow.
her being a travel nurse, I could see being an issue. I might have popped into hearing that, meaning because you
Mm,
could be all over the place. And what's the point of dating someone who may be here and then have to go here for 6 weeks or whatever the case may
mm,
be? I can see me not wanting to. I mean, because I don't think she looked kind of attractive. It looked like her body looked nice, but
mm.
I think they were thinking because soon as they said travel nurse, I heard pop, 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 pop. It was popcorn. You know, it was popcorn.
Yes. That's a harsh show.
Listen, right in front of you too. Right in front of you. They look at you in
Right,
the eyes like, I'm
yeah.
popping on you.
I don't want you, Pop.
I definitely pop. If I had another balloon, I would pop that too. You
You
know,
see the guy kick the balloon down out there?
kick it.
That's crazy. Oh, I
Yes,
thought you meant balloon popping
like a
as
fetish or
a
something.
fetish.
Okay. Yeah,
Or
nah.
what?
We were just looking
Wow.
at Leanne showed it, and I kind of saw it before. It's interesting because people are now just really bold, right in your face. They just pop it for any reason.
Mm, mm,
Um,
mm.
I want to see some more. I said we might
That's
have to
more
set something.
obnoxious.
We
That's
might have to do
obnoxious.
something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing but answers. Bloom popping. Date night.
That hurt people's feelings.
That's why I know I wouldn't do it because I know I wouldn't. I'm like I couldn't take it. That's what every pop I would get shorter. It'd be like
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I guess it's kind of like the road shows, but at least they say something nice before they don't give you a rose.
Right. Yeah, that pop is really the thing because you it's really
Yes,
like kind of abrupt. Like they're
yes.
popping your bubble right in front of you. Pop. Ooh.
Hmm.
Ooh. They
Exactly.
didn't, they didn't-
Wow.
yeah, that's tough. Um,
Yeah, I don't know
how
about
you doing,
that.
Doc?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Just okay.
Better this week.
Okay. That's good. It's good. Better is
Yes.
good.
Yes, better is good. Not as worn out.
Okay. Okay.
How you
It's,
guys doing?
we're good. We're good. Leanne was good. I was good.
Okay.
I think this week went by really quickly
Mm-hmm.
for both of us. So
See, here we go, y'all. Pay attention. This is what men do. They go ahead and speak for you when you can speak for yourself.
Uh-huh.
sometimes you got to speak for them. Hey
Uh-uh.
Doc, so we had a couple questions. Did you see the in the room where they were talking about the one where the man had brought the food or whatever, and the kids wanted seconds, and
Yes, I did see that.
and what did you feel? What was your response to that?
I didn't. I don't think I made a comment in
Not
there,
there, but I'm saying what was
but yeah,
your take?
she was saying that if there's leftovers, she will make sure that her man gets it first before the kids are allowed to get seconds. Right? That's
So
what
yeah,
she
I guess he
said?
didn't eat yet. The kids ate. He didn't come home yet. She
Okay.
was like, he has to eat, and he may want seconds,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, I
And
don't know. He'd get a plate,
mhm,
and everybody that's home will eat. I mean, in my house,
right,
everyone will eat, and if there's some leftovers after everyone eats, then first come first serve on leftovers.
right. Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I
But I
don't.
would make him a plate that would be sufficient. Then you don't have to worry about that.
And it's a couple things I was thinking too. I said I think you should know your family,
Hmm.
know what they eat. Like so, you at a certain point you adjust and know like we need this much because the kids like he
Hmm.
likes it. So you kind of adjust and you'll be able to make it. Um,
Hmm.
but at the end of the day, for me, I don't. There's no kid going hungry in my house, right? If they want
Hmm.
more, give them more. If I'm out already, I have to stop and grab something real quick, right?
Right.
I just grab
Right.
something. Um, but I'm not going to be. And again, that's her boyfriend, which means it didn't say it was the children's father. I don't want
Right.
the children feeling like this man is ahead of us. He ahead of us. Like
Hmm.
he gets to eat and I don't. Like that. That also could breed some things. Some
Some resentment.
some resentment, some contempt for them. So it just doesn't make sense to me. And
Hmm.
I one of the comments was the guy was like he thought that woman would that'd be a red flag. If
Mm.
she did that, and I agree, because
Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
your priorities to me in the wrong place. Because think about if we had a kid, we broke up. That means some new man will come in. You're gonna put that man in front of the kids,
Hmm.
and it said because he bought the food too,
Hmm.
and I didn't understand what that had to do with
Yeah, I
anything.
don't know what that has to do with anything.
Right.
If
I don't
you,
care who bought the food. Well,
yeah,
I'm
I
like,
don't
well,
care
she
who
cooked the
bought it.
food, so what's that matter?
Hmm.
We're all going to eat
Hmm.
the food. We shouldn't
Right.
be keeping a record of who does what in a relationship. That becomes
Hmm.
also problematic. So
Hmm.
Leanne
Yeah.
said, "Let the kids starve." I don't know why she said that. That was crazy.
That's
he
not
must
what
have
I said.
he must have a real nice full joint.
Got one of those Philly beards.
She said it
Yeah.
was the prettiest beard, and she wasn't going to lose it for some kids.
Mm-mm-mm. There
Um,
he goes speaking for you again, Leanne.
Exactly.
I'm just saying what she said. I don't know what she meant by not let the kids eat. Thought that was kind of weird.
Mm-mm-mm.
Thought that was kind of weird, but it's how Leanne gets down sometimes. I mean, sometimes you think they eat all the time. Um, so the last one I wanted to talk about was the one where it was talking about where men like their nipple um, suckled.
Okay.
Now I said it wasn't for me. Um,
Okay.
somehow I was homophobic.
Mhm.
I was. I didn't like it. I didn't understand what that was about because it just wasn't for me. You're uptight. No, it's just not for me. I don't know. I don't know. It's just you thinking about it the wrong way. No, I'm not thinking about it anyway. It's just not for me. I don't know why it couldn't be for me, Um,
Different people like different things.
and that's what it.
And
I don't
yeah.
understand why people don't understand that these days. Just because you're not into something doesn't mean you hate it. Doesn't mean you hate that person or hate their group.
Mhm.
It's just not for you. And guess what?
Right.
It's okay for something not to be for you.
Yes, it
It definitely is.
is.
Just like if you like it, cool. I don't have any cool. I just didn't understand how I became all these things because I just wasn't into it. I didn't like it when I was younger, but when I got older, it was
Oh
oh
yeah, I saw that comment.
okay. I mean, I don't know if you're trying to talk me into it. I don't know what this is, but I'm cool. I don't like it. Now I'm feeling kind of weird about you because you trying to get me to do something. Maybe you feel some type of way about it. That's why you're trying to make it everybody do it.
Yes,
It was
yeah.
interesting. It was just interesting. How about you, Leanne? Do you think that's cool? The man was like, "Hey, suckle me."
Suckle me. I would hope he wouldn't say that.
Exactly. Giving
No,
it doesn't come out like that. I
how
mean,
would you
it's
want him to say
fine.
it? How would you want him to say it, Leanne?
I like my nipples played with.
Yeah, that's it.
And you would be cool with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing. That's not out of the realm. It's not like it's out there. It's
Right.
Okay.
very tame to be
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
tame to me.
Mhm. I mean,
There's
everyone's nipples are
worse.
sensitive. Yeah, everyone's nipples are
Exactly.
sensitive, men and
I don't know.
women.
He said it. Mine are not sensitive. There's nothing. You touch them.
Well,
You squeeze
when
it.
you
It's going
get
to hurt.
hung by them from time to time, Daryl, they
You get hung
become
by them.
like numb.
Get hung by. What I'm get hung by? Doc, I ain't into that. Doc coming out, y'all. You hear it? Doc coming out.
They must have got numb, Daryl. What you mean they don't have no sensitivity?
Why would they get numb? I'm a guy.
You know, they done had too much action.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh,
I don't know.
fun fact. I used to
I
work
don't
with
know if
somebody
guys.
who
What'd you say, Leanne?
fun fact, I used to work with somebody who played with their nipples
Hmm.
while at work. Like you would just go around and you would see his hand in his shirt
Oh wow, interesting.
tinkering away.
Yeah, he was touched
What? Now, why would you go there with that?
because that you don't just start playing with your nipples for no reason.
No, but the same way the same way a boy discovers his penis and keeps his hands on it at 2, 3, 4 years old, the same thing can happen with touching your own nipples and figuring out that sensitivity. He doesn't
Hey,
mean that he was touched.
fellas, what do you think? How many guys you know just walk around and play with their nipples, fellas? To let me know. I don't know if
How
there's
many
no.
men walk around with their hands in their pants?
So, is that more because people see it a lot, and it becomes like almost a learned innate because you see it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't know because I don't do it,
Hmm.
but you do see people doing it a lot. Like that was the thing. I remember even like Al Bundy. That was his thing. Sit on the couch and he would slide his
Mhm.
hand in his pants,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but when I saw it, I just thought he just rested his hand there. I never connected it
Mm,
to him trying to touch himself or
mm,
anything like that.
mm.
So, is it just because it's comfortable? I
Maybe.
don't know. I've never really had the conversation, so I can't tell you. But
Yeah, that's a good conversation to have with dudes. Like, why are you resting your hands there? Like, because some men literally be holding themselves.
right, I don't know what
Mm,
that's about either. Like maybe they feel like they're gonna lose it, and
it's gonna go away.
yeah, maybe like they lose everything, and they're like, "Let me hold it because I don't want to lose it." I don't know. So it's very interesting. So let's just jump right into it because since we're here and we're talking about some interesting things, we had started talking about fetishes last week, and we learned
Hmm.
a lot about Ruth and her tying people up.
You
And
know what? That's a
she's
shame. She's not here to defend herself.
no, she said it. You can run it back. And she said
Okay.
she's going to use some of this stuff on this weekend because it's her 38th anniversary. She had some ideals. I seen her at the dollar store buying a whole bunch of balloons. I don't know what she was getting for a whole bunch of balloons, whole bunch of balloons.
Oh my goodness. Mm.
But it's funny, and I like when you think about fetishes, most of the time you don't know. Like I was even started talking this week to people about these things, and everybody, oh, I've never what balloons. Like nobody's ever heard any of these things. I think a lot of people are lying. I think they're lying. I think they just don't want to tell their
They don't
kink,
want nobody to know that they know about these things.
right? That they're doing it right now. Like I, I started imagining like some of my guy friends at work have on female lingerie right now, like
You
right
never
now.
know. You
You
never
don't.
know.
Right now, they have on a
Mhm,
bra and some a
mhm,
thong. They feel like and they
mhm.
feel like a woman. You know, I
You
know it's happening.
never know.
Right, right. It's so crazy the things that people. Well, it's just different, and
Mhm,
but like I said, some of these things are actually in the DSM-5. Now, the first question I kind of had, I know if you go back like the DSM-1, it was a lot more things in there. And some things
mhm,
became more acceptable, and they're like, oh no, this is not now a mental disorder, or this is not a issue
mhm,
anymore. How do they
mhm.
how do they determine what's in there or not? Is it like a governing body
It's a
that
committee. It's a
okay,
committee that
okay,
meet, and then they go through the disorders and they look at research and all that kind of stuff, to figure out what things have changed. Because now there's a 5 TR, so the 5 has been revised.
right,
So I'm going to do some training on that because I'm not fully versed in it as of yet.
okay.
It's fairly new.
So I have
But
a
a lot
question.
of this, from what I understand, a lot of the same things are still in there.
Mhm,
There's
mhm.
been some changes.
So with the DSM-5 or all these books, because
Mm.
I would think that the board or the panel or however they come together to discuss these things are not really too multicultural. Maybe more now today than before.
Mm.
So how, you know, much I guess weight can we put into it when it's maybe very culturally biased? Not
Mm.
intentionally, but if you
Mhm.
have something that's just built one way with one
Mhm.
group of eyes looking at it a certain way,
Mhm.
I think, and this is I'm just just speaking out right now out of the school a little bit.
Mhm.
Would it be kind of like, well, this is kind of not really, this may be off a little bit. This may be
Mhm.
skewed
Mhm.
to a cultural
Yeah,
bias.
yeah, it's true. Which is why you need psychologists, social workers, all kinds of mental health people to be culturally competent.
Right, right,
Because
right,
we know for a fact that, you know, in diagnosing, some of that bias is built in and has
absolutely,
been. And
absolutely,
that people of color have often gotten the more uh, serious diagnoses,
right,
where somebody of another color will present with the same symptoms and get something less
right,
serious.
right, right, right. Wow, it's very interesting because it's not a direct science. It's basically based on judgment,
A
kind
lot
of
of
like a
it
standard,
is.
like a standardized test, right?
Mhm.
Which is kind of culturally biased in itself, which means some people will do worse on it just because you may not be used to certain things, seeing things a certain
Right.
way.
Or you
Um,
may not understand how that specific quote unquote symptom
right,
is a cultural thing as opposed to a symptom of a disorder.
right, right. Absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. Very interesting. That's very interesting to know.
Mhm.
So,
So it's
um, I'm trying to think. So, when a fetish becomes a problem in your life, I think you kind of said it kind of would be in the DSM-5, right?
mhm. Well,
Something like that.
fetishism is in the DSM under a broader category of paraphilias.
Paraphilias. That's the
Mhm.
umbrella.
That's
And
the
then,
umbrella
okay, what
of
does
the
paraphilia
sexual
mean?
categories. So paraphilia, they call them abnormal sexual behaviors or impulses. So, and they would involve like intense fantasies, urges that keep coming back, things that you can't really control. And oftentimes it has to do with objects or activities or situations that may not be sexually arousing to others or may not be culturally appropriate, I guess you would say.
Okay, okay. Mm,
So fetishism is one of them. So there's pedophilia, exhibitionism, voyeurism, sadism, masochism,
okay.
frotteurism.
Which one do the golden showers and scat play fall into
What's
place?
what's scat play?
Poop.
Oh.
Let's just say what it is. Say what it is. That.
I guess that would depend on how you're using it. I mean, if you're using it to cause somebody harm or pain, I should say, or you're using it to seek pain, might be under the sadism or masochism categories.
Would playing with scatism period be an issue? 'Cause I know when if a
Oh,
child is
yes, that's its own. That's now.
right, I know if children are doing it, if you see
Yes,
people
yes,
playing with
that's a
it,
diagnosis on.
it's
It's been a
automatically
diagnosis on its own.
it's
Yeah.
right. It's a
Yes.
diagnosis. I know we
Yes.
a couple kids I've had, they're like, hey, look,
Mm-hmm.
there's something going on. Let's dig it further because it's not normal for people to want to play in poo. That's just not a. We'll say normal. We're going to use the word normal so no one get offended. No disrespect if you like that, because it may be normal to you, but
Mm-hmm.
that is something that is seen to be not the majority would find that to be okay.
Right. Right.
I guess that's the only way I can say it. I'm sorry.
Yes, you can say it that way.
Right, right,
The majority of folks may not find that sexy.
right. Like I definitely would be. I seen a show where the guy was taking the girl to court for something. I don't know what it was, but he was like, "Yeah, we had sex, Your Honor," and she was like, "No, we didn't. We went to the room. He took his clothes off. He sat on the bed, took his underwear off, and when he stood up, there's a poop stain on the bed." She said, "We went no
Ooh,
further." She said, "We went no further. We put a towel
wow.
down, and that was it."
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, scat is not really skedaddle. That's what-
That sounds like that was a mistake, though. It doesn't sound like he was intentionally showing her his poop smear.
no, but he's dirty. Skedaddle.
Yeah, yeah, that's different.
Yeah, if
He's
you ever
dirty.
sit down and there's poop anywhere, obviously
Oh my
I'm too grown for you.
God.
You can't even wipe right. We said
Yeah, yeah,
voyeurism,
that's a problem.
right? So voyeurism is a under umbrella of what's it called again? Under the umbrella
Paraphilia.
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 So
Hmm.
voyeurism is that
Watching people. You want to watch people and them not be aware that you're watching them.
oh so what is it when you like to be watched? Or like if say you're out, you like having sex outside so people can see. Is that
It could be exhibitionism.
exhibition in them? It sees all these isms.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I get mixed up with
Hmm.
all these isms. Okay. So voyeurism is you just be peeping or when you see
Peeping times.
the bathrooms with the recording in it, that would fall under that umbrella kind of sort of right. 'Cause I
Hmm.
think they had that in the Cherry Hill Mall a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah, in the Cherry Hill Mall they had found cameras in there.
Wow.
The lady seen it and it was cameras, but I don't know if they could definitively lock down who did it. But yeah, so very interesting. So people like to
Mm-mm-mm.
just peep on people.
Mm-hmm. It
And so
turns
now
them on.
so that becomes an issue because you're doing things to
And
see
you're
people.
violating someone.
Got you.
Mhm.
Got you.
Just like frauderism. You
What's that?
know, that's when you like to rub your
Rub-
genitals up against
Oh,
someone else
mhm.
without their consent.
Yeah, they said rubbing against someone sexually in a crowded place.
Mm-hmm.
So I seen that on America's Great Race, whatever that show when they were racing all around. It was a show they would
Mm-hmm.
have a couple and they would race around, like they would go to different places to do different tasks, and they would end up back, whatever. I don't know what it was, but they were like in India or somewhere on a train, and the train had no less than it seemed like 1,000 people per cart, and they were like on each other like this. And the woman over there was dressed, she had like a tank top on, little shorts, which is really different than most women dress over there.
Mm-hmm.
And all you kept hearing, she's like, stop, stop, stop. They was touching her and humping on her and stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah, and the guy was like going to fight, but he was like, it's like 1,000, you're gonna fight them all. But it's very interesting that they were doing that. That was
Mm-mm.
crazy. Just rubbing. Has that ever happened to anybody on here? Have you ever been in a situation you felt like someone was too close or just being
I've been touched against my I guess you say against my will in a club,
yeah. Oh yeah. That's normal. That's
grabbing like
normal
no,
etiquette.
people do it, but it
That's what I mean. If
shouldn't be
it happens
normalized.
so
You
much,
shouldn't grab a woman's butt that you don't know.
right, right. It's crazy. But so it's interesting because when you dance, you're supposed to come up and grind on them, and then they'll look back to see if you're attractive. If you're attractive, they won't
Mm.
move. They'll throw it back. If you're not attractive, they'll walk away.
Yeah,
I guess
but
like
then
that's
that's
probably
kind of like permission.
gotcha.
If
Gotcha.
you know,
These people just walking around humping people. That's so crazy.
yeah.
How about you, Leanne? Anybody ever? Sometimes I see it. Sometimes now I'm thinking about like if you're in line at the store and you'll see someone just like standing so close to the person in front of them.
That gets on my nerves.
Right, like, and sometimes you think they're together till you see the person move up uncomfortable, like,
Mm-hmm. That gets on my nerves.
yeah, that's crazy. Men can be creeps. I will
Mm.
admit, can be creeps. Now, is that a thing that maybe women do? Women ever? Is that something that women do?
I'm assuming so. I don't know what the stats are,
Okay,
but
okay.
I don't. I mean, it seems like something that's more talked about from men, though.
Yeah,
When you
that's
hear
that's
about
what
it,
I would
it's
think.
usually a man doing it.
Right.
But I wonder, and you know what? Just like a lot of things that aren't reported, I wonder if that happens more than is reported because a man might welcome a woman just grinding up on him.
Yeah, or maybe not even welcome it, but you're not gonna be like, stop it, you're grinding on me.
Right,
You're not
right,
gonna be looked at as tough as you should be,
right.
um, because really, yeah. Because when men report things, because like when Terry Crews reported the man grabbed him,
Yes,
they're like,
yes.
"Man, you big as you are, you could have did."
Hmm.
So it's not met with like people were like standing up, like, "Good job, you're standing up for yourself."
Hmm.
They're like, "Man, you're weak. Why
Yeah.
would you just X, Y, and Z?" Um,
Hmm.
wow, very interesting.
Yeah, so
Leanne,
men don't report that kind of stuff.
Lee Little,
Oh,
Yeah.
anybody ever do that to you?
No, nothing that stands out. No.
Gotcha. Okay, question: if he had a beard and he did it, would it be okay? A nice Philly Beijing beard, would it be okay? Okay, that was for.
Well, you
So
already know.
you already know. So now this is the one. The pedophilia is the one that is big, especially today, because um, they're trying to become recognized as an official. I guess we'll say group, official. I don't know what to call it.
Is it Nambia? Something
Well,
like that?
I know we have. Well, I don't know. I know Mambala is one. Men,
Mambla. Okay, I know it's something like that.
men who love young boys. Um, uh, but even I seen some things where pedophiles was like, if we're saying we can love who we love, we love kids. What's the problem? What's the problem? And
Mm-hmm.
I know this is where um, the gay agenda is kind of they're using that to kind of Trojan horse their way in because, like I said, the gay
Mm.
agenda says we can love who we love. What I mean? We love a man, we love a woman, and they're like, well, you're right. If we love who we love, why can this group say we love who we love? Why can this group say we can't? even though it's illegal to mess with kids. I don't know why. That's the biggest
Right.
reason. That's the biggest reason right there. But um, it's interesting, that they're really buying. They're trying to buy for this to be condoned somehow, some way. Um, so would that really be? Um, I guess I don't know how to say. I guess a mental disorder.
It would be diagnosed as such. It would be
All right,
diagnosed as pedophilia
right, and that's so pedophilia is basically the sexual attraction or
to
contact with
children.
children.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
which is the problem with that. That's just not. You shouldn't be attracted to children.
Children can't consent for one thing. They're not. They don't have the capacity. Even if
Got
they tell you yes.
right, but they don't. Right, they don't really understand. Right. So,
Yes.
oh, here's a question, and I know you talked about it before, where you said someone was like, "Oh, I thought you were 15." You
Yeah.
know, um, can and I don't know. I think we're talking about in pedophilia. If someone looked young, could that like 'cause if they're like, oh, we like children looking people,
Hmm.
right, that are of age, would that still be considered an issue?
I think it would. It's not considered an issue if they aren't doing anything to children. But the thing with pedophiles, usually once they find out the real age of the person, they're not attracted anymore.
And that's what we wanted to know. Me and Leanne was like, so like,
Hmm.
what you're 20, ill, get away from me.
Yes.
Okay, so it really is almost like the age and the innocence and all
Hmm.
that surrounds a child that you're really attracted to.
Hmm.
It's not really the look of it's. I mean, it's the look, but it's really also those other things that they're like,
Hmm.
okay,
Yeah,
we
because it would solve a whole lot if they just dated people that look young.
right, right, and they don't because of the age.
They don't.
Oh, that's a real issue.
Mm-hmm.
And do you, and I don't know if they know, or people just kind of like are they kind of like this is what they like, this is how they're kind of wired.
That's what they say. That's what they try to say.
Okay.
That's what they say. That this is who I am.
Hmm. And do you think there's any truth to that? I mean, I think we like what we like, right?
Hmm.
But
Yeah, we like what we like, but
and the thing, well, the issue I have is I know they say they can go to therapy to get help for this. Is that can they get help for that?
I don't know what the hell I they you can do therapy and
Right.
those kinds of things and try to change how you think about children. But I'm not sure the success rate. I know that as far as the criminal justice system, even when they are treated like with castration or chemical
Right. It
castration,
doesn't
it
stop it, right?
doesn't stop.
Right. Right.
So
Wow. Very
yeah,
interesting.
I mean that would really beg, make you think, well, maybe they are hardwired that way,
Right. Right.
because
Because
they just don't
nothing
stop.
prohibits them from doing it. That's interesting. That is
Hmm.
interesting. Um, and my thing too. I remember I was in a class and they were talking about different type of, I guess, therapies that kind of help with it. And I'm like, I don't know, because I think with anything, if you're saying this, I know relapse with everything is like 7 times. So are we saying 7 kids got to get violated before they get it right? Like, I don't understand how you could say this person could take this little class and be
Yeah,
okay. I
yeah.
don't, but I don't know about it really to speak to it. I just don't know if that's, like I said, if this is how you're kind of wired. I don't know
I
how you
mean,
change.
with some of the research is saying that it's higher in people who've had their own kind of sexual trauma as kids, and that it kind of develops around that time of adolescence, and
Okay.
when your sexual identity is forming.
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
Hmm.
The guy was saying it's funny, Cal. Listen to a radio program from about maybe 15, 20 years ago, something like that, where radio was
Hmm.
a lot different. And the guy was talking. He was saying that he was like 40 at that time, but he said when he was younger, um, the girls that were like when he was 12-year-old girls would get him there, right? Would get him erect,
Mm,
and he liked their little bodies, a little, they underdeveloped breasts. That's what he
mm,
liked. He said now that he's 40 and he was having some ED issues, he said thinking about young girls would get him there,
mm.
right?
Wow.
And I'm like, God, he's saying this on a program like today, he'd be vilified. But it was very interesting now that that's what he likes now. He wants someone to look younger. Now I don't know if
Mm,
that would mean he would go younger, but that's what he needs. The man's crazy. 12-year-old girls get me there. I like looking for porn with people that look
wow.
younger. And I said, wow,
Mm,
it's interesting.
mm-hmm.
It's kind of sick, but it is. Um,
And he said someone did that to him when he was.
no, meaning like he said, when his first experiences were with his people his age. So
Oh,
that's
okay, okay. I see
like
what
I
you're
said,
saying.
when he
Okay,
developed his identity and learned about sex was with
okay.
these
Was with
girls.
those
And that
girls.
was
Got
almost like
it.
he had arrested development there. So at
Uh-huh.
40, he was still
Hmm.
stimulated by that 12-year-old body look.
Yes, yes. I
That's what
got it.
got him there. So like I
Okay.
said, he developed his habits at 12, and that's where they are now.
Mm-hmm.
Basically older women, if you have breasts, real breasts that don't do it for him, he needs that little,
Mm-hmm.
undeveloped body.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm.
disgusting.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Um, Very interesting.
It is. It
Um,
is.
so yeah, why does treatment matter? What can treatment do? Oh, well, let's talk about and let's get into some fetishes. So what type of fetishes are in the DSM-5? Do they name any specific fetishes, or do they?
That no, none are. I was going to say Pacific. Woo.
Let's go. That's ocean.
No, no. Um, but they just talk about it in the sense of um the urges and behaviors may involve, they just say what they involve, you
Okay.
know.
So basically,
So
a fetish.
unusual objects, activities, situations that
Okay.
are not usually considered sexually arousing by others.
Okay. Okay. And I was reading something that said that if it violates another person's boundaries or consent,
Hmm.
a sexual fetish can be considered a problem if it violates another person's boundaries or
Right,
consent,
right. Yeah.
causing feelings of compulsion, such as a need, the fetish to feel turned on. Like, I need this fetish to be turned on. I need this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Causes
Mm-hmm.
intrusive thoughts, interferes with work, school, or hobbies, negative affect, negatively affect relationships with family, friends, or romantic partners.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because you can't help yourself.
Right. Can't
Yes.
causes emotional distress or strong
Mm-hmm.
feelings of shame or guilt
Mm-hmm.
after,
Mm-hmm.
during, or before.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
guess
Got it.
right. So and if it and it's crazy because if you don't feel that, that could still mean you have some other issues where you turn off. You don't have that ability to feel bad about these things, which is
Mm-hmm.
also even more of a problem. If you can't know that this is bad. But I think more people do have issues. That's why people don't talk about it.
Yes.
People don't
There's
tell
some
you that.
stigma around it for sure.
Right. Like, ooh, you like what? You like walking around in a diaper. Uh-oh. You got one
Uh-huh.
on right now?
Or you only like amputees. There is a
Right.
specific fetish for that. People who
Well,
only like
would that be
amputees.
a problem? Because that's just what you like. I don't think that causes distress, does it?
Hey, like you said though, if it's causing you some shame and guilt and
Oh,
you
gotcha.
know, then it's a problem. But if you find an amputee, like the people that Neil showed us,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
woman with
Right,
the amputee with the husband, I
right,
mean, they found each other.
right.
And if he only got with her because she was an amputee, I mean,
Oh, right, right.
maybe
If
no harm,
that's
no foul.
right. If like, ooh, I need to have no legs for me to get there. Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
okay. Okay, I see. That's where it would become kind of like, ooh, I can't have no legs. Like you gotta lay in the bed with your legs backwards for them to like you. Like, girl, my legs are going numb. I can't sit like this no longer. We gonna
I
play.
mean, I'm sure and you had all your own experiences of stuff that people like, and you be like, they tell you what they like, and you like, oh, what?
Doc, I'm telling you, I haven't had anybody really say anything outside of what I would see like normal. I don't know anything outside of normal, regular stuff, which is the regular,
Well, the one you told us about.
oh, throw me to the wall.
Yes.
Okay. That was a weird John. She asked me to throw her to the wall, didn't get it, freaked me out. I was like, I'm not okay. And then she got mad and cussed us out because we didn't throw her into the wall. It was crazy.
Yeah, see,
That was
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. That right. That was one time I had that happen, and it totally. I was like, "Whoa, what do you want to do?" And again, she was very vocal. She was like, "Hey, throw me into the wall." Uh-huh. What's that? And then she got like, and it's weird because then I guess, and I know Mary said this from the other show we would be on. The lady started to now try to disparage me, name call. She called me a B,
Mhm.
beep beep nigga. You soft, throw me in the wall. You
Mhm.
soft, and I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. I really felt like, oh my god, what is she saying? And it was an experience to say the least. And actually, I thought I was being punked too. I was like, "Yo, am I being punked? Is there cameras in here? Like, what is going on?" I didn't get it, and she really left upset. Like, you're a bitch. You're this, that, or next because I didn't throw it at the wall. I was like, I don't know what this is about, and it wasn't like pushing me up against the wall, something like that. No, she
Mhm.
wanted to be like maybe her back print would go through the plaster and it just didn't make sense to me. And that
Mhm.
was it, and never talked to her again. So
But could you imagine what kind of experience she may have had for that to even figure out she liked that?
right. So what
Mm.
again, what Mary said was maybe she was in some type of DV or being
Mm.
abused as a child, and when they did it, it aroused something in her.
Mm.
So
Mm.
she associates those things together. To get there, it
Mhm.
needs that part. I was like,
Mhm.
and I do respect her in a sense because she was able and vocal enough to speak for what she wanted.
Right.
So it was
Right.
no secrets.
Mhm.
Straight up front, she was like, "I like to be thrown into the wall. Beat me up."
Mm.
I just wasn't him. I wasn't with that. Leanne, have you had anybody ask you something crazy like that? I'm not. I'm sorry, not crazy. Something outside my norm. I don't want any hate mail, but if you have any hate mail, again, my email is leanna.little@gmail.com.
Oh my goodness.
Send all your hate mail to that. Anything on your end, Leanne?
Yeah, but it's not for the show.
Oh, it's
Okay.
for the show. Go ahead.
It's not
Let's
for the
go.
show.
Hey, what they want?
We good.
Leanne, you
Mm,
can't
mm,
say there
mm.
is. I just told about my story about her calling me all type of names to throw into the wall. You don't have to tell exactly, but kind of tell us something. Give us something.
Mm.
What happened, Leanne?
Okay. Uh they like their face smushed into private areas
Oh wow.
hard.
Okay.
Like, I can't breathe. Okay. Again, that's one of those ones that are scary to me because they can't really say I'm dying because their face is smothered in there, and that's what they want. You
Mm.
like, you okay? What you doing? You messing it up? Push me back in there. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the parameters on that. Very interesting. Did you feel like you're gonna kill him?
No, no, I just, found it a little weird.
Yeah, that's definitely like I guess that's smother play.
Mm, mm, mm. Wow.
Very
Oh, what
interesting.
do there is that choking. The
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
choking,
Right. The choke.
people that like to get choked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you see, sometimes they do it to themselves. themselves. The
Mm-hmm.
dude from the karate movies, though, he did it in
Mm-hmm.
the closet and ended up passing away.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear those stories where two
Mm-hmm.
people are into it and they inadvertently kill the other one.
Mm-hmm.
That happens sometimes too. That because again, I don't. You can't say pineapples if you can't breathe.
Right, for real.
Safe word means nothing if you can't breathe. So
Mm-hmm. Can't get it out.
you can't. And now that's tough too. So that's also, and I mean, they say it makes the orgasm better. I'm cool. I don't need it to be better. I'm fine. Fine with it the way it is.
You people are always looking for that heightened pleasure.
Right. They want to go to the, like, well, it's okay to be where you're at. Okay. You don't have to,
Mm-hmm.
you do
Mm-hmm.
not have to make it better. Like, hey, we're gonna hang out the window. No, we're not. Mm-mm.
No, 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 no.
That's interesting. Like I said, they do want to. So now I would wonder, am I enough for you then? Because
Hmm.
you're saying you need other outside stimulus to really enjoy this. So you're not really enjoying me. That's how I would feel.
Mm. Okay.
Feel like you're not really enjoying me. You like the situation and everything around it, which is what's getting you there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like it's a scenery fetish. You need a scene. You need a whole thing to get it there. It's not. I'm not enough. That would yeah. And then where's
Mm-hmm.
that stop? Like choking at a certain point, you got to choke more, and I
Mm-hmm.
even fractured a vertebrae in my neck.
That what does
Mm.
it. That's what do it for you. But you can't understand why people will feel some type of way when you say, "Uh, I no longer want to have sex with you."
No, wait, I don't want to be choked.
No, what I'm saying is that's your hubris talking
I don't know what you're talking about, Leanne. I'm lost.
about you feeling though that you're not enough for that person to get off, that they need more.
Oh, okay. I kind of hear what you're saying, but I still think that's two different situations. Only because these people are like, I need something else to have sex. I'm telling you, I just don't
Mm.
want to have sex. Period. I don't need anything else. I don't want to do it. There's nothing else that you can add to make me want to do it. If there was something else, like if I'm like, I don't want to have sex with you, and you're like, well, if I do, okay, I want to have sex. That's different. That means it's something else that you want. But if you don't want to have sex at all, you don't want to have sex at all. That's different. I
Okay.
I think it's
Okay.
different. You know what I mean? Because um, there's no bartering, and I don't want to. But if you can trick me into it with something else, then that means you want to have sex. That means you're trying to trick me. That would mean you're not enough. Okay, I don't, I don't want to be not enough.
Mm-mm-mm. Not enough.
Yeah, I don't want that. So anything that is kind of an issue in your life, but so what if you really just like, and I read something about it, but you really just like being with your partner, like kind of you're like we'll say like addicted to your partner, like you want to have sex with them all the time. You at work, you're thinking about it. Hey girl, where them drawers? And then
Mm-mm-mm.
you missed your report at work because you were thinking about sex. Is that a would that be considered an you know
It
a,
could be, if that's all, if that's taking up all of your time. If
mhm.
you spend all your time seeking out sex or doing things to get sex or things that will lead to sex, and you're neglecting other obligations, and it's, which means it's actually causing a problem in your life,
Okay.
then yeah, that's an issue.
So most men have issues if we're taking these women out on 3 or 4 dates, spending all this.
Most men can control their sexual impulses and wait until they get home.
No, what I
They're
mean
not they're
is
not jerking off at work because they can't wait until they get home. Well, some do, but I'm thinking most. I'm thinking most.
okay, okay. So now, real fast. So the guy, well, two things. So the guy was talking about on the plane. He go knock one out because it helps him relax.
Mm,
If he has layovers and bathroom, he go knock one out.
My gosh.
I was watching the show the other day. They were talking about it. He's like, "Yeah, I do it. It helps me relax."
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So would he do it? It's sitting at dinner with his family and they're stressing him out. Would he sit there at the table under the table and do
He probably just go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom.
it? I would think that might be a bit of a problem. You need another stress management
Why?
technique.
Why you need another one? If this is working, it's not hurting anybody, right? I don't think it's hurting anybody. You're just taking care of yourself.
Hmm.
It's taking care of yourself a problem if this is how you're regulating yourself.
You know what? Only if it's if you feel like you're having a problem controlling your sexual urges or
Right.
impulses, and it's
And
getting in the way of other stuff and causing some distress.
right. I can't believe I'm doing this again.
Right. You find your hands creeping into your underwear under the table at Thanksgiving
Right.
because somebody's arguing,
Right.
or because you just can't get the picture of the stewardess out your head.
Ooh, okay. So, Leanne, when you take your rose in your lunchbox
You
to
know
work,
what?
that
Oh
might
my
not
God.
be okay. I'm just saying. Now I'm hearing
Oh
this.
my goodness.
That may be an issue. I don't think you should carry it in your lunchbox. I'm just saying. Not saying anything's wrong. I'm just saying it could be an issue. Wait a minute. So so I guess using toys and things of that nature wouldn't necessarily be because it's an inanimate object, but you're
Not
using
necessarily.
you're
Not
using it in areas
necessarily.
that are kind of appropriate, right?
Yeah, because it's not usually the toy that you're attracted to. It's getting the pleasure from masturbation that you're
Well, what if you keep chipping
you're
your
using
tooth on
the toy as a
it? What if a
means
woman
to,
what if she keeps chipping her tooth on it? Would that be a problem?
what?
Because you put it in her mouth. Would that be an issue because it's not really where it's supposed to be?
I think we would need more information. Why is your tooth chipped?
The vibrator, is tip. Okay, I'm just asking. I don't know. What if they were like putting it on their neck or something? No, okay. I don't know. I'm just wondering. Like if toys could be. I guess they could or could not. I guess they can't be because, like I said, it's about they're helping you get there. Now, what if you can't get there without a toy?
I don't know. I would need more information because I don't know how I would classify that because some women, can't. Some women don't have orgasms unless a certain, they're, I was going to say treated, but unless they are experiencing sex in a certain way. And for some, it may be the toy.
So how would that be different than me needing a balloon in a room?
Because the balloon itself is what's giving you is what your focus is on for pleasure. Whereas the toy is a means to, I guess you make a good point.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
I think that with the balloon, I don't know.
Would it be something like maybe the sex toy, if this is what it's for, maybe, and the balloon is not really, that's an object outside of it?
Yes. It would be
maybe
that.
something like that doesn't really,
because the balloon isn't unusual, not usually considered a sexual object.
Right. Unless it's a
condom. Most people aren't sexually aroused by condoms, though.
I know. They're terrible. I'm sorry. Use condoms.
Ew. What?
You should use condoms. We're going to PSA. We should be using condoms if we're out here in the street.
I didn't hear that. Okay.
Not if you like for like Leanne and myself. Like if you're, not married, Well, I'm not actually. I'm in a great relationship, so.
And I think so. I think that the difference. What would you say, Lee?
Ruth says, "Hey, peeps."
Ruth,
Hey.
how'd you get the key to get the handcuffs off to type that?
Mm-mm-mm.
Very interesting. You probably learned some things tonight. Um, so what is run around naked? What would that consider? People who like to run around naked. That's you said that's exhibitionism.
Yeah, exhibitionism.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Or they people who want to expose their genitals to other people.
Oh, what do they call it? When it flashers,
Flashers.
flashers, or so
They're exhibitionists.
okay, they want you to
Mm-hmm.
see them. Very
Mm-hmm.
interesting. My mother had her job. She owned a store, and in the shoes, a man would come and touch himself to the kids' shoes,
Okay. All right.
and he would have a fake arm like in his pocket, so his other arm was in his pants, and she was talking about how they had to keep kicking him out.
Oh wow, that's deep.
So that means he had a fetish because I think the shoes
Mm-hmm.
was what got
For
him there.
kids' shoes,
And he
yes.
set up a whole, like she said, he would come in with a big jacket, the fake arm, the real, and the other hand would be in his pants, and you would see it moving. And he'd be like, "Oh, bro, what you doing?"
And that's the one of the thing, when you start experiencing negative consequences because of these things, it's a problem.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
You're getting kicked out of a store,
Right.
but you coming back because you can't help yourself.
Well, think about it, you getting dressed to go, but it's a problem to me. You getting a fake arm.
Yeah, you're
That's the
doing a
first.
whole lot.
Right. That's the first issue. First thing you should know, you have a problem. All right, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna attach this arm here in this jacket. This is gonna be my jerk jacket.
Ruth said, "I use my one hand."
Oh my goodness! Happy anniversary, Ruth. Happy
Happy
anniversary.
anniversary.
Untie. Let Roger go. Untie him. He needs a break. Very interesting. And then and he said over time, the what was under the umbrella. What's the umbrella called again?
Paraphilias.
Paraphilia. Some things that were there some things that were put on and some things taken off, or it's pretty much kind of like some things that kind of fell off more than.
I think that one is pretty much this. That category may be pretty much the same, but I haven't really been over the new one yet,
Okay.
so
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would like to see the changes because even I know at one point homosexuality was in the DSM. I think
Mm-hmm.
2 or 1 or something like that. 2 or 1, something like
That used to
that.
be, yeah.
Right, and it's now it's not
Mm-mm.
not there anymore.
Mm-mm.
How about for the transgender community? Is that in there anymore? Or homosexuality is out of it all the way? That you know.
There is what is it called? Transvestic fetishism is in the DSM, but that I think that's more geared towards people who the people you were talking about earlier. You might see the guy with the ladies' underwear under his regular clothes at work.
Okay. Okay. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's interesting too to see that. Like, it's like you would never think that people do some of the things that they do. Like you have a bra on. Why are you doing that?
Right.
But
It's interesting because some women like to wear boxers. So, and I don't think that would be included.
nope, we wouldn't even look at that as a problem. It'd be normal.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah. Well, I think because yeah, because women underwear just cut different too. So I think that's the problem. It's cut different, and ain't no room for your balls in the panties. So I don't know why, you know, it just cut different. I don't know how that would work. Or why you want to wear that? Like I just seeing women in underwear, I know it just be uncomfortable for your package. That's why they're different. So I don't. But I guess people like feeling different ways. It makes them feel like a lady, feel like a woman.
You see the guy on Instagram? Was it Instagram? Maybe I saw it on Facebook or something. Who likes to wear skirts to work?
Skirts
But he
and
said
heels.
he's not gay.
Right, skirts and
He
heels.
just likes to dress in women's clothing.
Yeah, it's a guy that works in one of the other offices who dresses in blouses. He wears fingernail polish, makeup, sometimes like eyeliner and things of that nature. And a woman was like, "Oh, I want to hook you up with my nephew or my whoever." He's like, "For what?" Because he's
Mhm.
gay. He said, "But I'm not. I
Mhm.
got a wife and 3 kids. You know,
Mhm.
I just like dressing this way, kind of like Prince, like that
Mhm.
androgynous look that Prince had. It's just that's the way he felt like he dressed. It wasn't about
Mhm.
his sexuality at all, um,
Right.
and that was crazy. Because he definitely you would we want to label people sometimes so
Yes.
fast,
Yes.
and she got a rude awakening. She got a rude awakening because he was like,
Mhm.
"What?
He's like, I'm not. No.
He had a wife and 3 kids.
Mhm.
I'm good, and I ride motorcycles. Not that you have to be, you know. Never mind. We won't move on because any hate mail again, Leanne Little at gmail.com. Just send it there, and I'll respond. I'll respond as soon as I can. Okay. So
But yeah, we want to put people in boxes.
right
Mhm.
now, there's some things in Philly that I know, and I only don't feel like the houses they have, well, no, it was bath houses and things of that nature to kind
Mhm.
of feed these needs where people can go and
Mhm.
all like-minded, and these you come here and people may be into something you're into.
Mhm.
So they
Mhm.
so there are communities out there
Yes.
that you can become a part of if you have
Mhm.
um, these needs where I guess you don't feel the shame or guilt by going there. You
Right.
feel the shame or guilt driving and leaving. Um,
But yeah, yes, there are communities for these different things.
okay, that's very
Mhm.
interesting. And I think everything finds a way to find like-minded people to support its cause. Um,
Mhm.
and I guess if you and so when you go there and it becomes a thing of consent, does that change it a little bit because it's not technically harming anyone anymore? It's not technically an issue, or maybe if you're using this to kind of meet that need, does it not? Is it now not under that umbrella?
I think the thing is just like with most of the diagnoses is that whole idea of is it causing distress
Okay.
in your life or is it illegal? See, that's the other thing. Is it illegal? Like rubbing up against somebody, that's illegal. You can't just be rubbing up against somebody without their consent.
So is buying a prostitute issue because it is illegal,
It is illegal.
right? But you just want to go get, say, if you just want to go get one off, right? And it's like instead of me
Mhm.
meeting somebody, buying a drink, whatever, I can just spend the money here, and it does put you at risk, right?
Yes.
Because you can get locked up, you can get robbed in some of these situations,
Mhm.
depending where you're
Mhm.
going. So it is an issue. It could be an issue, but people do it,
Okay.
and it's kind of willingly for all parties are kind of consenting to do it.
Yes.
I'll pay you. You're going to be okay. I'm going to
Mhm.
do this, and I'm going to stick to I guess as long as you stick to whatever the parameters you meet, I guess
Mhm.
that be an issue now.
Mm.
That be considered.
I think it depends on all that's surrounding. Like you said, it's illegal,
Mhm.
and it's one thing to take a chance one time because you need the experience and want the experience. It's another thing to spend your whole paycheck there on the weekend.
Right. So how about strip clubs then? When people go and they're just throwing money, would that be considered? Is that a fetish? Is
I
that
think it could be,
okay?
especially again, if it's causing some type of problem in your life. If every weekend you're in a strip club and every weekend you go home and have a fight, if it's causing some distress in your relationship, or you can't pay the rent because you was making it rain in the club,
Gotcha.
that's a
Gotcha.
problem.
Right. 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 Okay. Leanne, you can't make it rain in the club anymore every weekend. I'm just saying, don't you know? I don't think it's you have a real problem, but I just don't want you
That's
spending
a
all your check.
shame.
I just want you. I'm here to help.
It's like gambling too,
Mm,
It you can't some of these things, there's that impulse lack of impulse control. And you
okay.
cannot stop yourself.
Hmm.
It's like going to the casino and you put away. a certain amount of money so that you can get back home and you got to pay your bills and all that kind of stuff. But you at the machine every hour because you keep losing. You spend all your money. That's a problem.
That's a problem.
You
Gotcha.
can't stop.
That's a real problem. Sheesh. Speaking of problems, what do you think about Puffy? Does he have a problem?
Oh, he got some serious
Is that a
problems.
is that a
Did you see the new video?
I saw the video,
Oh,
which
whew,
there's no doubt in my mind he's an animal now. You know, it was kind of like
man.
up in the air.
Yeah.
But Leanne, did you ever see it or no?
No.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Well, it's everywhere.
Right,
It popped
right.
up all over my Instagram feed.
Yeah, it's everywhere. He's done. And so that power and control thing he has, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I would say from we hear maybe it's some fetishes there too. Um, with some of the stuff we're hearing, which now we got to really take to be true. Maybe some more true than others. Now that
Mm-hmm.
he said, I never did anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's all lies. Cassie lied. Never touched her. Um, and
Well, that was a lot of not touching.
right. And it was interesting because he was in a robe, so I don't know what was really going
No,
on.
he had on a towel.
That's what I mean. He had a towel that he was holding.
Yes.
So I don't know if he. Who knows
Wait.
what's going on? What if he said they were role playing?
What?
What if his excuse was, oh no, we were role playing?
Wow.
I can see someone like that trying to get out of it, right? Trying to make something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking like maybe he would say it was AI or oh, he's just role playing. What's he going to say? That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like for him, whatever's going on, he has it's the stress. It's causing him issues. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he needs some help, some serious help.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think so. You know, money can be that thing that allows you to be the animal you are.
Mm-hmm.
False sense of security
Mm-hmm.
that you know you're
Mm-hmm.
above.
And if you already have issues like a personality disorder, like some
Mhm.
ex people we won't name, when you have money on top of that, it creates this whole fantasy world for you
Oh wow,
where you are above the
wow.
law, you are above the constitution, you are above everyone in your circle,
Hmm.
and
That's
you don't
interesting.
care about anyone but yourself.
Right, 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 right,
And
right,
you can fake it. You can fake it, which is
right.
how you draw people in.
Right.
Like narcissists, people with narcissistic personality disorders, what they do, they you can fake it and draw people in, but the behaviors don't match the words.
Mm. That's
And
crazy.
people stay fooled.
Yeah, and I think sometimes in situations like that, when money's involved and that amount of money, I think you allow yourself to be fooled, or
Oh yeah, yeah,
you accept more, right? You say, you know what,
yes,
I'm going to accept this.
yeah.
Uh,
Or if there's something like you saying, if there's something else to that person, like
mm,
if you're deep down racist, then yeah, you're gonna find a way to justify all the other stuff the person does.
right, 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 right. Very crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, this is interesting. Leanne,
Yes.
what are you doing over there?
Watching the video.
Okay, I'm just making sure because
Okay.
I heard some
We ain't hear
buzz.
no balloon. We not hearing balloons pop.
I
So
thought I heard you heard a balloon. I thought I heard a buzzing over there. Where your rose at right
had to
now?
check and make sure she not
Fast,
on
fast.
mute.
Yeah.
Ruth said Diddy going down.
Uh-huh.
I was about to have a joke, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not. I'm not.
I feel bad for Cassie though. Just that, I mean, she brought the lawsuit and she did get compensated, but now the world is seeing all this. So this may be re-traumatizing to her.
She got enough money. She all right.
You know what?
She all right. She's like, yeah, that's crazy. Floyd Mayweather get paid a lot of money for fights, so she got
Yeah.
paid for a fight. You know, she probably was well compensated. But it's tough because like you feel bad for people, like, but it's like, how do we allow ourselves to get into these situations? You know,
Mm-hmm.
what happens to allow ourselves to stay in these situations? Because I think she was with him for like 10 years,
Something I heard something like that.
and I
I
was
was
reading,
surprised when I heard the number. I forget what it was, like nine,
yeah,
10 years.
it was a
Like that's
long
a
time.
long time.
I know he got her when she was young, so
Mm-hmm.
we can, I think like 18, 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
But I was reading, and this is where it kind of, you got to watch what you do because it may come back to you. Someone was saying that when Cassie first came on the scene, Puffy would use her to degrade Kim Porter.
Mm,
You know,
really?
yeah, use her like, she's this, you're ugly, you're dark, you're da 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 da. He
Mm,
would use her
wow.
and beat her up in front of her. This is what was said. He would
Hmm.
beat Kim up in front of her, and Cassie would sit there and watch it. And the girl kind of was saying like, excuse me, the chickens came home to roost.
Mm, wow.
She's like, because he was doing all type of stuff to Kim and Cassie kind of was part of it.
Mm,
So it's
mm-hmm.
very interesting um, what we allow ourselves to get into. If and speaking back to fetishes real fast, is there anything like, do you speak to children about things to kind of, I don't know, how do you, is there anything you addressed early, like, hey, balloons in the room is not cool, you got to be careful? Like, I don't know, like, is there something you should talk, like, just because they got a beard don't mean you got to let them feel on you? I don't know if
I think that when you talk about sex with children, that birds and bees talk could include a version,
okay,
of I don't want to say what's normal because you don't want to force quote unquote normal on people.
right,
But,
right,
just a general discussion about the way people, different ways people express themselves sexually.
gotcha, gotcha.
And
So
and knowing what your kids are experiencing already is a big thing. Because you're
right,
saying at 12 years old, some of them are experimenting.
right, right, definitely,
So
you definitely
around, especially, it's important to have those discussions, especially around the adolescent time when their sexual identity is developing.
right, right, right. You like, look, it's birds and the bees. This bee has a beard. This bee does.
But it's important to know what your kids are exposed to, for sure.
Absolutely. I would say more today than ever so, because they have so much knowledge and they know just about everything we know. But they don't have
Hmm.
the experience behind it to kind of decipher what's going on. So they still can be led astray or think
Hmm.
they know more than they do. So we got to really definitely
Hmm.
talk about some of these things. Because even some of the things we're talking about now are still new to me, like balloons in the room and beards. And it's just weird. It's a lot of weird stuff that that go on. People getting smothered. So did he have a
Hmm.
beard when he got smothered? How did that work? Was there a beard involved?
And kids may do something in play, like exposing themselves to each other, stuff
Mhm.
like that. It's important to talk to your kids about that kind of stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. I know in kindergarten, I remember me and the little girls having a little show and tell in the back of the room.
See?
Look at this. Ooh, yours look different. That look like a peach.
Uh-huh. See, you gotta have those discussions.
Right, 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 right. And it's so crazy that, and I remember doing that, like that little exploration, and you're looking and touching and doing different things.
Hmm.
Um, we definitely have to have those you know those conversations. You know,
Yes.
Leanne didn't even like kids her age because she's like the teacher because he had a beard. It was weird. It was weird. She's always like beard. So
Mm-mm-mm.
that's a fetish. The beard thing is a fetish.
No, it's not.
See, when you deny it like that, that becomes a fetish. Right there, we got her. Right there, we see. Yeah, she said it. No, it's not. Like, stop. She was kind of like felt a little type of way about it. It's a fetish, Leanne. It's okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
Beard fetish. Every
Mm.
time you see a beard, you got your rose out. It's a problem.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Just saying.
That
Nothing
would be
wrong.
a problem. That would be a problem. If every time she seen the beard, she had to excuse herself, that's
Right.
a problem.
Okay. See, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. It's intervention land. It's an intervention. More beards.
Oh gosh.
Oh man. Any last words about this fetishism?
They do have some, drugs that they treat
Really?
paraphilias with, such as antidepressants,
So,
um,
so how would
the
that work, Doc?
medical castration for the pedophilia.
Okay, I
That
understand that, but why would
yeah.
depression medicine help with like some of these like
I'm not really
ballooning around?
sure, but I know that that's what they use, and I'm thinking it's because of it's something that they might also use for OCD. So maybe treating it as a compulsion.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
Does it kill your so what is your libido linked to this in any way? Like your libido, your sex drive, does that have anything to do with it? Like if you didn't have a like if your sexual drive wasn't really there, would you have these compulsions to do these things?
I mean, back to the chemical castration and pedophiles.
Hmm.
Some of them still have the thoughts. They just can't do it. At
Gotcha.
least they can't do it with their organ,
Right.
but they
Okay.
still have the thoughts.
Thoughts and right. Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Very interesting.
yeah.
They try medicine for everything. They try to we're gonna castrate you. We're gonna give you this medicine so you don't like beards anymore. That's crazy. Leanne wouldn't like that. We taking her medicine. She'd be cheeking it, spitting it out. Did you take your medicine? Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm. A mess.
Wow. But again, fetishes are not all bad. Wait, so the whole what's it what's it called again? I keep forgetting the name of it.
Paraphilia.
Paraphilia. That's not all bad, right? Or is
Not if you
paraphilia
find somebody to do it with. Like the if you're a sadist and you date a masochist, hey.
what a sadist is what? I heard the word sadist masochist. I don't know what's a sadist.
Sadistic people enjoy causing pain. Masochists enjoy feeling pain.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's how they would go together because they want to
Mm-hmm.
somebody like punching and somebody like getting punched
Yeah.
or getting needles.
Somebody
Oh,
like throwing somebody against the wall. Somebody like getting thrown into the wall. Yeah.
oh, she was a masochist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she needed a sadist.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Ruth
gotcha.
said, "Leave Lee alone. Her beard and Rose alone."
Tell Ruth
Mm-mm-mm.
if she got a lot to say, get on. Okay, tell her turn the lights on and put something on and get on the camera. She,
Mm-mm-mm.
very interesting.
Mhm. Mhm.
I wonder what Ruth's trying tonight. But anyway, so I thought I would say something. So let's get this last word. Let's wrap this thing up. Wrap it up, Leanne. What do you got for us?
Uh, choose your fetish wisely.
Good man. Good one. I like that. I like that, Lee.
Yes,
And then find you a partner who matches your fetish.
that's right.
Except for kids. Except for kids.
Exactly. Don't no kids.
Right. Don't try to find a partner with kids. Don't try to be slick.
Right. No, no.
I found a partner with kids. So
Mm-mm.
I guess, yeah, I guess what I'm learning about fetishes, I would say the biggest thing is try to be upfront about them.
Mm-hmm.
Try to be upfront about your fetishes. And if you're embarrassed about it, then don't do it. And I'd say that with anything in life. If you're not If you can't talk about it with your partner, if you're afraid about it, I would say don't do it. And that's just anything.
Mhm.
I think that's anything.
Mhm.
If you're embarrassed, then obviously you shouldn't be doing it.
Mhm.
If you're having shame or guilt about something, why are you doing? So real fast,
Right.
why would they do something and then feel shame and guilt about it and then do it again? What is that? Is that the
It's
compulsion of
part. I think it's a part of the impulse control.
it? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what that's all about. Part of that compulsion,
Right.
and that obsession.
Okay. Okay. Is that
Nothing
why
more
sometimes they end
control.
up killing the person or the thing? They do something and then they're ashamed and then they'll try to. I know with pedophilia, a lot of times when they'll do something with the kid, then they end up killing them because they're ashamed that they did it. That's
That could be one of the reasons to try to hide what they've done.
right. 'Cause I think the guy I can't remember exactly. I don't know if it's the um one of those Megan's Law, whatever. One of them, the stories behind it was the guy said he was on his boat and a little girl was riding her bike, um, and he knew he had an issue with children. I
Mm-hmm.
think she was 6, and he was like, what, as long as I'm up here, I'm good. He was
Mm-hmm.
trying to be good, and he kept saying in himself, like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not trying to do anything, not trying to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And the little girl like, Mister, can I see your boat? And he's like, okay, I can handle it. I can handle it. And then when he
Mm-hmm.
let her on the boat, then he,
Mm-hmm.
the impulse couldn't help himself. And after
Mm-hmm.
he did it, he shame, guilt, all that
Yeah.
comes to play. And then he wanted to hide. He didn't want to get in trouble. Then he ended up,
Mm-hmm.
killing the little girl because of that.
Yeah.
Shame, guilt, and the not wanting to get in trouble. I could call it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To answer your question though, Ruth said trying it all. Roger says send help.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh,
Oh my goodness,
That's funny.
that's funny. Hey, Ruth, celebrate 38 years. That's amazing. We definitely don't see that much anymore, and I don't know if we're really going to see
Yes.
that going forth. I don't think we're going to see that a lot. So, um, shout out to you and you, Doc, too. Like I don't, people don't get together and stay together for long periods of time anymore. Um, let's go. Let's try to make it happen. Leanne,
Mhm.
it's our year.
Okay.
Leanne gonna have that baby this year. Let's go.
I'm not having no babies.
Go.
I am not.
Leanne, stop it. We know what's going on here. You don't
No.
have this
Mm-mm-mm.
baby, so it's okay. It's all right, Leanne.
Well, when is your next baby, mister?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, who wants to? It's tough to start over
Yeah.
now. You
Yeah.
know, so it's tough. Leanne wouldn't be starting over. She's at the right age to knock it out.
Negative.
She's at the right age.
Negative.
You know what I mean? She's right there. Uh,
Mm-mm-mm.
but I think I'm against it. I don't think I'm against it. I think that
Mm.
I would like to experience having a child in the home and raising together and the mom and dad
Mm.
there and all that. Uh,
Okay.
that would be great if it could
Mm-hmm.
happen. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but who knows? I'm like 107 right now, so that's the other problem.
Well, guys can, y'all can do it until you're 107.
Yeah, it's not
So
the problem of doing it; it's the problem of now keeping up with it. At 107 is gonna be 140. Look, yes, Leanna, your mom's ready. All right, Mama, right, Mama D? Yes. Let's go. Let's get on the board.
Mm-mm-mm.
Now you got to chase this little rugrat around, and
Yeah, yeah.
that
You gotta
becomes
have the energy for it for sure.
right. So
Hmm.
I don't want to be one of them parents.
Or the energy or the money to hire somebody to help you do it.
Yeah, but even then, I don't want the kid. I need somebody who's going to take care of me at a certain point. I don't want them not. Kids are here to take care of you when you get older.
A
Oh yeah,
mess.
it's tough. But at least I have Leanne, her kid. You know, what I mean, I'm gonna be the goddaddy, so
It's
Mm.
not gonna be a
good.
kid.
We're gonna be
All
good. I'm really excited.
right, I can get on board with that. I'll be auntie
Right,
Oh my
Leanne,
gosh. Doc,
Leanne,
don't
you have
do
community
it.
already. You have a community of people. See, you already are surrounded. This baby will be well
No,
taken care of. You know what I
it's
mean? So
not gonna happen.
I think this baby is coming into a great situation. I am really happy
Mhm.
to see this happen. Mama D is happy.
Loved already.
Yes. You know what I mean? Leanne, just make it happen. You know what I mean?
We're
Uh,
not.
Mhm.
just say no balloons. Just when you tease it, take that off. You don't need that.
That's what I
Mom,
thought you were talking about in
my
that.
mom is here too. Oh, that's what you thought you had. My mom
Oh
is here too.
yes, my mom's here
See, listen,
too.
Mama D, Leanne, everybody's on the same page. You have so much support and love around you. Let's go. You know,
Let's
this
go
baby.
wrap this up.
th- th- No, we don't want him to
Wrap
wrap it.
it up.
We don't want him to wrap it up. We want him and you to be out here being free. You know what I mean?
Ah,
And we
Don't
also,
wrap it up.
yeah, we don't want you to wrap it up. We want you to also be, you know, put a ring on it too. You know what I mean? We want it to be done
Mm-mm-mm.
right. Okay, let's go. You got this,
Lord.
Mama D. Let's
Way to
go.
put her on the spot.
Yes,
exactly.
put her on a whole bunch of spots, whoever you
You
are.
know what?
On that
Oh
note,
my goodness.
hey, thank you for joining us tonight. Please like, subscribe, share. The room is getting big. Definitely 502. Keep inviting people. Let's just keep growing. Let's start getting that YouTube up, getting that algorithm so that more people can see our content. Because this is great information. People need to know that Leanne is going to have a baby soon. They don't know
Now
Leanne,
y'all got
but
Ruth on board saying yes. Let's go, little Leanne.
listen,
Auntie Ruth ready too.
yeah, look at that. You got a little community for a little baby.
No.
Let's get it. Let's get this content out there. People need to know these things, right? They need to know all this answer we have. We have all the answers. Let your friends know if they need any answered, they get it right here. We're experts.
Who invited the 500th person? Do we
We
know?
don't know anymore because it doesn't
Okay.
tell us. Before, you should say so and so invited them.
Oh, that was
Mm.
me.
Oh.
Facebook
Okay.
has changed so much that it doesn't do it anymore.
Okay.
And at one point, whoever was 500 actually, some two people left, and then
I
four
did
people
see
came.
that. Yes.
Right, so it's hard to judge who it is. Maybe we might do something like put everyone's name in a hat and draw something out and give somebody because everybody's been supportive, and maybe we'll just
Mm-hmm.
do like a little lottery system and pick
Mm-hmm.
somebody out and give them a little something to thank the group to show our appreciation. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and again, like I said, we do we're going to we, we're getting everything straight now. We got everything kind of straight, especially with Facebook. So the game nights are still on. We're going to definitely do the talent show, and then I
Mm-hmm.
want to maybe do like maybe a speed dating or pop the
Mm-hmm.
balloons, pop the balloons on
Yeah.
y'all.
You know what?
We could definitely watch it so I can laugh, because I can't participate. I can just watch. Okay, that's it. Leanne, I don't know if she can participate because I don't know what's going on over there. I just know a baby's coming soon. I don't know if she can participate. We'll talk about it.
You can't participate in the speed dating,
I
girl.
can't.
Oh,
I can't participate in
oh, okay.
it. She won't let me participate, so
Oh my
I
God.
can't.
Okay.
So I can't.
You've
I'm
been
trying.
trying to say bye now for the past 10
Yes,
I know.
minutes.
yes.
And
Yes,
Leanne, your baby
into
issues
the
came
green
up.
room we go.
Your baby issues came up, and that's the problem. This is
Into
your
the
fault.
green room we go
Yeah.
for
So we're gonna get out of here. We thank you guys. Love you guys. See you soon. Please,
yeah.
anything you guys want to talk about, let us know. If you want to come on the panel, let us know as well. We welcome new topics. We can definitely give you the answers you need. So if you need help in a relationship, we got you. If you need help, maybe budgeting, I can help you lose your house. Whatever you need, we got you. So on that note, Leanne, hit the button.
Bye.